Hi, it's Andy Barker here for RehabRoom. Recently I launched an ebook, 5 Steps to Get a Job in Professional Sport. For more details on that, just visit rehabroom.co.uk and on all the steps there to get the ebook up there on the site. But what I want to talk about today is just one of the things I spoke about in the ebook, and that's about trying to showcase your ego. So in the ebook I spoke about the CVs and the letter of applications and the requests that sort of I get and other professionals within sport get. And if I was to look at every single request that I've ever seen, I reckon 75% or plus of the content is exactly the same. So reading the first one, the second one, the 99th one, that I've seen, that they generally are all very similar and very generic. It's probably in the way that we're taught how to write those sorts of format and those sorts of letters and initial requests, but they're not really telling me and other clinicians working in sport, other professionals in other domains, anything really about you. Some of the generic sort of prerequisite qualities that people do mention, things about being punctual, being smartly dressed, and those sort of things. They're prerequisites for not only a job working in sport, but most other domains. I don't want to know that. People else, who are potentially going to employ you don't really need to know that information. What we want to know is about you. About what you're about. Not that generic prerequisite sort of information. We want to know, obviously, what makes you tick. What makes you stand out. What makes you potentially better than other candidates that might be applying for the same, same opportunities or the same job. So you don't have to. I spoke in the ebook about you don't have to be, the most academic person in the world and got first here and there and everywhere and have a master's degree, PhD, etc., etc. Equally, you don't applying for a job in sport. You don't have to be, potentially sport yourself. You don't have to have played at the top level or anything like that. But picking things that make maybe a little bit different, something that you might read that probably weren't expecting in the letter application. So I'll go into this in a lot more detail in the ebook, and I'll also be launching a program of study in the new year, which will go into this sort of stuff in some real depth. But just to summarise today's video post, the biggest thing is about telling us about you, and the biggest thing is about, for me, trying to showcase your egos, trying to showcase yourself, to give you the best opportunity to try and get a job in professional sport.